Infidelity. What bakes the bun? What are the ingredients that are needed to constitute bun versus maybe a cupcake or a Johnny cake? I think today is a good day for us to discuss that. We're on a transformed version of Unscripted today. We're finally doing a virtual shoot whereby we're in separate locations, but still we're all on the same platform. Unfortunately, Rodney couldn't be with us today. He's having a little bit of a challenge.
Period anymore. Cramps.
Oh.
You know he's gonna see this, right? No, I'm not gonna see this.
Perfect.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather, so he couldn't join us today. But I'm good for the most part. I don't want nobody to start spread rumors and say him sick and him in a nursing home or whatever, because boy, the internet can be a savage place. Welcome back,
tell
you.
Big up.
Welcome back, dog.
What a segue. Big up. Maximum
You're the
respect.
hospital? You're the hospital now?
Brother, it's nuts. It's nuts. Me hear all kind of things. Me hear some have all kind of ailments. I'm fine, people. I'm good.
Bro,
Like
somebody
good.
call me. Somebody called me and say, hey, what happened to Craig? I say, what happened to Craig? Him there, Japan. No, I hear him sick, and that's why I'm leaving daytime live. I'm like, guys, listen. Dead all of that nonsense. Please,
so,
dead that.
Hold on a second. So you left daytime live, Craig?
Yeah, I left 3 weeks ago.
Oh, didn't notice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
No. I'm messing around.
Wow. Welcome back, guys.
Excuse me.
Boy, did we miss you.
Oh, goodness.
How's it been?
Yeah.
This is your first time back, and unfortunately, the two I want to never get to sit down and pre the new sets there.
Yeah, I'm not get to see it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it, but I'm not get to see it.
Yeah, right. No worry. We're gonna fix things. We're gonna fix things real soon. Real soon.
Rev been seen on it.
Well, okay.
No what?
Okay.
You won't see me on it.
I'm gonna speed by that one. But now
I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's too early.
We haven't appeared on that new set.
Magnifico.
Better.
Well said. And I'm Koffy, of course. I've been on all episodes. Well, when I say lately, so yeah, I'm not supposed to know me at all. But collectively, we're Unscripted, and Unscripted is, for those who have never really seen an episode, if this is your first time watching, Unscripted is really a panel of gentlemen, and we discuss topical issues from our own standpoint. So you will almost never agree. You will always get 4 different opinions if there are 4 of us. Today there's 3, so you're probably gonna get 3 different opinions. But what we do well is we manage to respect each other's opinion, and we don't try to force our own agenda or our own opinion on anybody else. So I mean, we kind of encourage people to think for themselves. We kind of encourage people to understand, say it's okay to change your mind. So you might start out thinking one thing, and then by the end of the episode, you might feel like, you know what, based on that person's explanation and some new information and bring in my direction, I might feel like I think differently now. And that's what we want. So, collectively, we're Unscripted. If you've never been watching the episodes before, welcome. And if you've been watching and you're not subscribed, please just ding the little subscribe button, man, and share it with a few friends. You know what I mean? Get it out there. Get us to that 50,000 followers that we're chasing. 50,000 subscribers, that we're chasing. And yeah, I have something interesting more I'm telling about. You guys have been absent for a little bit. So anything interesting I go on in the man life for the past couple of weeks, so I don't want to talk about?
No, we just want to hear what you say.
No. Craig, no do that. Craig just come from Japan.
Yeah, but that's it. That's it. You know, tours finished. Tribe of Kings. We did a 4-city Japan tour. So it was very short and sweet. We have a new song that we're pushing over there that we sang in Japanese, which was the highlight of the thing. Like, it's just different from the norm. And yeah, I mean, we have fully part of things, but we telling about that. You know, you can check my page. See my handle there at Craigie_TOK. Everything is right there. Wait, see, there's
Huh.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm telling you something about this podcast game now. So initially, when we started this podcast, I never imagined that my parents would be people who were watching the show. All right, cool. Now, I don't know about nobody else, but with my mother, me and my mother have conversations probably every day. So if not every day, every other day, we are gonna talk. And what has been frequent.
Hold on, the
second.
Koffy. Something I rub on your mic, Koffy. Are you color? I rub on the
My
microphone.
shirt. I probably my shirt. I'm
Or
gonna
your
hold it like
beard.
this. Oh shit, maybe I that too. All right, I could rest it and just keep one in my ear.
Yeah, go on talk. Yeah. Yep, go on talk, man. Go on talk.
The garbage man, them I know.
They might do them work. Everybody understand we're online.
Yeah,
and record
we get
remotely,
it.
So
All right,
nobody
cool.
know vex.
So with my mother watching the show now, last night me and my mother have a conversation, and based on something I said in the first episode of season 2 about keeping them frownsy pum pum or them frownsy crutches. Imagine me have conversation with my mother now and she keep referencing frownsy crutches multiple times in the conversation, and I said, boy, I need this, you know. I need unscripted do this.
No. Oh. You work back in your corner, sir.
So no. It's cool. Not live with it. But no, frownsy crutches is a part of the conversation that just randomly through the conversation me and my mother have. You got yours. Sure, more than likely. Referencing somebody and I tell them, say them, move them frownsy crutches. Big up, moment. Love you.
I don't know. I don't think I could handle that.
Yeah, that's wild as hell, boy. That's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, since I asked an update and Craig drop an update, my bad man.
Please.
So for the second time today, I got bad man Craig. Like,
I'm just living.
Oh boy.
Like how, right? No, you know what's differently still. We don't really have an update. It's just that I forward a Jamaica a couple days, a few days before Melissa touchdown, you know.
Our frownsy crutches.
With our frownsy crutches. And it's just been an interesting time to see how Jamaica has reacted, how people have responded. There's so much to give thanks for. There's so much to admire about Jamaican people. But in the midst of all of that, you still have quite a bit of a number of things we're concerned about, you know. And we can address some of those things. Some of them things that we can fix now, like certain problems just they've been too long standing. Let me just put it that way there. And right now is a great opportunity to address a lot of those things. I think we're at a bit of a turning point, so to speak, or at the point of an evolution, not a revolution, just an evolution. We have the opportunity to, as Jamaica and as Jamaicans, to become a better version of ourselves.
Sure.
Because we're not all trash. We're really not all trash. We're not even mostly trash.
No, we're mostly good people. It's just that really that overly loud 1 to 5% that really make a whole heap of noise and make people think that we're this bad. Whatever bad image them have in our heads, that really comes from that 1 to 5% of our society who just can't chill.
Yeah. So I'm very hopeful though. I'm very, very hopeful. So
however, we might have some very bad perceptions about the topic today. So don't use it and judge me.
No, well, and that's just it, because you know, let's get into it. Let's really
the funny thing. The funny thing about the topic today. So you guys, because you were absent, you guys haven't been on the live, the TikTok lives that we've been doing. But on one of the recent TikTok lives that we did, we kind of went over the Bun for Bun episode that we did from last season. So it's ironic, say, this script just come about and I'm like, huh. And it really came about from a video where Craig had posted on his IG.
Yeah.
Craig, just quick run through. Let's quickly summarize what you said in the video and let the people.
Okay, I mean, I think we can cut it and show it. But I mean, if not, like, so basically what it was it was a scenario. What I was saying was that, let us say, hypothetically speaking, that on Friday, you and your partner, you and your significant other break up. right? Break up. Two hours make up on the mind and say, yo, this done. Her on the left. And hypothetically speaking, on Saturday, somebody end up dropping on your bed. Yeah? And then, hypothetically speaking, once again, it just so happens that you and your partner decide to make amends. If I bond that, I'm not sure.
Does that constitute? Bun?
Yeah, me not sure.
Bartholomew, I'll start with you.
All right. So you're saying, let me see if we catch it right, right? Yeah, your partner make a decision to end the relationship, right?
Right.
And then in that break period, regardless of how short it is, but you say a weekend. So left Friday, Saturday somebody in a bed with somebody, right? And then Sunday or Monday on a makeup back. If what happens Saturday is born. Well, for me, I'm not born that. That I can't born. There's no way. Let me tell you what. I don't say what I want to decide for left, right? Is that there's agreement among both or between both of you. Say, yo, me say it done, you agree say it done, or we say, all right, it done. Now, it could just be an emotional reaction or emotional overreaction, right? That results in whatever took place on Saturday night. Different people handle trauma in different ways. You understand me? So for some people, no. For some people,
You're not wrong.
Excuse me.
them turn to alcohol. Some people turn to narcotic drugs. Some people turn to prescription or pharmaceutical drugs. Some people just in this fit of rage, them not talk to nobody, them shut down. Other people, them overreact to other to persons with whom them react, them interact. So what happened Saturday was really, it could be a bit of release.
Absolutely, I would hope so.
Yeah, better be. You understand? But it could just be that you say, yo, you get an opportunity, right, for throw down this person, where you've been an eye long time, but then through your respect the sanctity of your relationship, you say, boy, yo, let me just keep it on a level. You understand? You say, boy, to yourself, say, yo, I'm being good all along, right? And respecting the boundaries that we've agreed upon, right? But now those boundaries have been lowered, have been erased. So, hell, why not? I can't bond that.
The flip side now, yeah,
Okay.
like how in a contract, you have a overriding clause sometimes, like a 5% override that lasts for a few years. Is there no leeway given? Is there no window of override emotions now between the partners, the original partners that were together on the Friday? In other words, let's say the relationship mash up on the Friday. You should get a 5 to 10% override moving forward, considering that you are considering your contribution to the fullness of that person over there. That's what some people are saying, like, oh, you're dropping a song, oh, somebody else dropping on your bed so fast.
Yeah. Well, the big question has to be, let me ask the question real quick, and Koffy, you can just incorporate it into your response, right? The big question has to be, was this overriding clause, this 5% wiggle room, gray area, not just discussed, agreed upon? Because if we never agree upon it, really and truly.
So the next question is, sorry, I know I cut out Koffy, but the question is, how much man and woman really agree upon relationship nowadays? Like sometimes man just end up you just hear say, all right, we're there. All right, we're there.
Yeah, we're not linked for a while now. So.
People not talk about parameters, people not talk about boundaries, people don't really talk about these things. You just hear say we're there. And we assume
not about expectations.
that is the same thing between the two parties, but
never respond to that, but Koffy wants us.
Is it really? Yeah. Maybe here, Koffy.
No. Actually, well, because I feel like I'll be taking us back because the topic that the question that God asking is one where he must say, isn't there any wiggle room? And I believe the wiggle room would be different based on gender in most cases. because
nowadays.
no. Then again, I don't know what these streets are like nowadays. Clearly I've been getting it wrong because the other day the man say, brother, if you tell a woman no one time and just know say she got next door, and I was flabbergasted. But that is a different conversation. What may I say is, I genuinely don't believe if a woman get up and find a next man tomorrow, even if we get back the day after, I'm gonna think the relationship that gonna last that long, because women typically don't lean for that type of release. I don't think that's their go-to when they're trying to recover from a situation. I think that men typically do, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I agree with you on that last bit. That the playing field really not level. But I want to go back to that bit about discussing relationship boundaries and rules and that kind of thing. A lot of times people end up in relationships or get together out of, like, it kind of happens upon you rather than you agreeing and making a dedicated choice sometimes. 50 Cent have a song on the album named Get Rich or Die Trying. The song named 21 Questions. Everybody must know 21 Questions. Right?
Yeah.
And 21 Questions is really a game. Yeah? But when you think about it, have you ever really asked your wife, husband, spouse, significant other, whatever it is, however you want to describe the person who you're in a relationship with, have you really ever discussed the nitty-gritty, the nuts and bolts matters, about your relationship? What is allowed, what is not allowed? Some people probably scream at them phone screen or whatever device them I watch pan right now, and I say, we shouldn't have to discuss certain things. They're supposed to just know that, okay, there's certain basic tenets and principles, whatever you want to call them, where people abide by generally where relationships are concerned, but you still have to discuss certain things. I'm gonna show you why. Like, me feel that people need to accept a relationship is like a work. You understand me? Your relationship is like a work. So you're not gonna take up a work,
excuse me,
right? Without a contract in place. You understand?
Yeah, responsibility come with it.
Absolutely. You apply for a vacancy, and now you have been selected, right, by the company to occupy the space and to deliver on these very specific things in a job description for which you will be compensated. And I see same thing in our relationship. Your relationship.
You're nice up, man. A bun or not?
But me tell you, no, man. Then, all right, hold on then. So
sour. I don't know. That's why Koffy say if it's a cupcake or if it's a bowl or if it's a
It's a Johnny cake.
Or if it's a slice of brown bread.
Oh, yeah, so me just not get too philosophical. So all right, hold on,
because I want to build on something that Garth just said a while ago. It's that same topic where you just talk about Garth.
It's a biscuit.
Where people not discuss things in their relationships.
Yeah.
I think it's unfair because we're the three married people on the panel. So I mean, I'm hoping that married people would at least have these discussions and we can say, before we go down this road, I want you to understand that I don't sleep in clothes. If you have a problem with that, let me know. Or
fair.
whatever your specifications are. I don't want nobody to feel that that's exactly what I'm saying, but whatever your specifications are, just let the other person know. Say, this is how I view the world. But not only just discuss it before you get married. Have a period of time where you discuss it into the relationship, because people grow and people change. So what you might like last year, you might not like this year, and you might be a completely different person now. So there should be a period where you revisit these things and have these conversations with the person and can say, here what? So last year I didn't really feel that way because that's the space I was in, but right now, I'm in a different space, I'm gonna feel differently.
Or there are a few nuances that we're not mentioning as well that are possible. A few possibilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
One person said to them partner, say, this done. And the next person just say, me no business.
True.
They never really agree, they never really, but them take it upon themselves now. So this is the person that has been left. Take it upon themselves to say, all right, you say it done, well, may I go over here. So we don't discuss who return on the Sunday. We don't discuss if it's the one that was active Saturday, go back to the previous relationship, or if it's the person that was, we assume, inactive, come back in now, and then based on the discussion, them realize what happened. We don't discuss that whether or not it was expressed that activities did happen on the Saturday, because maybe nobody said nothing to nobody, and it's not known. So the thing is now, is the word incumbent? Is it incumbent upon you to state things that happened when technically you were not in a relationship on the Saturday? Like, what is it? You know, these are the things that make it interesting, that make it, you know, because really and truly, you know, if you don't know, you know, what's gonna happen.
That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, so if let's say, for instance, somebody leave me and me decide to say, and me I look on the Saturday and me I say, you know, say me have a free day. Yeah? And then on the Sunday now, me there I watch my TV and I chill. I watch Netflix and I eat some Cheetos Puffs and me hear my grill knock. You know? And we decide to talk it out. And it's somebody that, you know, we had a very good relationship before. And we decided to talk it out. So I said, all right, make we do this thing here again.
Well,
that no constitute bun.
It's a biscuit.
From where I see, that's not
bun.
That from where
I
I
don't
see,
think that start bake. I don't even think that bake. That not even
that
bake.
is a little.
It's not a bake good.
It's just
it's
raw
like,
dough. You can't really do nothing with it.
Yeah, like
it not take no shape.
It's grocery shopping.
A yogurt, like a yogurt before you.
Like you just got the ingredients, really.
Because the question that I was gonna ask, you know, it can't even be constituted bun if the person don't know. So the question is, how did they find out, or hypothetically, how will they find out, or will you tell them? Because now we'll have a different conversation.
I have so many comments on this thing. You have a Iggy foot. Oh, yeah. All right, go on.
No, but on that comment, Koffy make about ignorance and with that if in ignorance, do you consider it bun? I mean, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, does it make a sound? This is
really a response to my
question.
Did
it really fall?
Did it even fall?
All right, cool. But bro, whether them know or not, you know.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
And I also know.
You know. Hold on. You know what you did, right?
Yeah.
So the question is. So the question is, how do you define it? And then just put the shoe on the other foot. Then, because
that's where I was going with this.
Right. Put the shoe on the other foot, because now you're saying you have to ask yourself, even if you are the protagonist and you decide to say, yo, all right.
Craig light gun?
Yeah, just a light technical difficulty. I suppose it will come back soon. Yeah, how come?
Jamaica people stress.
Yeah. But the question has to be though, Koffy, how would you feel if even if you are the one who said, boy, it done, and them agree? All right, welcome back, Craig.
Sorry about that.
No, that's cool. So how would you feel if you were on the receiving end? So you left our Friday, Zane. You left our Friday, right?
Yeah.
Sunday we make up. And in the making up, you discover say Saturday should run it on somebody else.
Oh, me I discover that.
No. We're not talking about the discovery part, because I say, let us assume, but let us assume say I saw it work or so it end up happen. See how you feel about that? You don't consider it bun?
Fast. That's what I would consider it.
Listen,
enough.
You know what I've always struggled to understand with that shoe on the other foot analogy.
Yeah.
What is the shoe and what is the foot? Who is the shoe and who is the foot? In other words, am I in the situation when you say imagine that the shoe was on the other foot? Am I one of the left or right feet? Or
Stop.
am I
Hey,
the shoe? Or
Craig, no,
no, me have to ask.
Craig,
Because the shoe is going to have a different experience than the foot. The foot going on shoes.
Craig.
Shoes not going on foot.
All right, hold on.
what Garth is saying?
Okay, no.
What Garth is saying?
So
Hold on.
I'm saying
Let's
exactly.
say-
I know exactly what God is saying.
Okay.
So what the devil's advocate for, bro? Like
Not devil's advocate.
how you
Shoes
feel?
different from foot.
Oh, you would have feel.
I understand what Craig
you
is
would
saying.
have feel if Zayn,
You
will
cannot.
left. Hold on. How you would have feel if you left the woman Friday to run it for somebody Saturday and then Sunday on no makeup back.
How me would have feel?
Especially if you never get none Saturday.
No, that have nothing to do with it. What I mean get loads Saturday or that have nothing to do with it.
All right, so answer the question then. How you da feel?
No, it not go happen. If me know, then it can't. It get something wrong. All right, let me tell you how me would have feel. Straight up. Clearly, me never do something right if you can move so fast. Because I feel like once a gap is filled correctly, it should not be, there should be no desire to try and place anything else within that gap if the gap was filled correctly by the instrument that was placed there before. You cannot put a round instrument into a square hole or a square instrument into a round hole. It don't work.
You can.
No, you can't.
But the spaces will be left.
It won't be. You're right.
They're big gaps.
Yes, so that me I said that's why I said the experience of the foot is different from the experience of the shoe. That's what I'm saying. So when you say put the shoes on the other foot, me not understand because me I wonder if me are the shoes or the foot. So me can't be the shoes. So me must
hold on, God. Let me break it down for you because it is designed where one shoe is supposed to fit one foot, but one foot is always expected to go in many shoes.
Rubbish. Wrong analogy for what you try to say. A lock and key you talk about. Lock and key you talk about. Lock and key you talk about, bro. Nobody
I'm gonna expect somebody who wear size 12 to put on my size 5 shoes. However, I expect somebody with a size 5 foot to have many size 5 shoes.
But many people have the same size foot.
Did at school?
No, my foot shape different.
And everybody have the same size 5 foot with wide width. One way or the sir. And everybody have wide width foot.
Anyhow,
excuse me.
For people anybody who the foot and shoe analogy going over them head or parallel going over them head, it's really just the gender role, the gender comparison. I don't know that the rules are different based on the gender, to be honest. We can try and argue that till the cows come home.
I won't argue from a gender standpoint, but what I will say is I will not find out because I will not ask the question. I will not look for any indications.
What if it's
it will not be a concern of mine. If that information is volunteered,
yes.
Why are you telling me this? Do you think that this is information that I need to know?
Skip the Wi-Fi. No, skip the Wi-Fi a second.
Then we'll go into
it was skip.
Because then it's going to be a conversation. Why you need to tell me? That means you never use protection. That means you're not safe.
How you never use protection?
No.
That would be my instant assumption. Why are you telling me?
No, hold on. No, man, you have to explore.
Breakup? No,
man, you have to explore. You have to explore the entirety of the thing, because remember, say Jamaica, this, yeah. So let's say, for instance, go on. There's a level of respect I would expect, right? Mm-hmm. If you are going to do that, there must be some measures that you take to make sure, say, no form of disrespect not reach me.
Exactly.
Whether it be for tell me, or but I don't know how you're going to do it, but there must be something, because really and truly it's going to appear to everybody, including me, if I am the one that was inactive and you were the one that were active. It's going to appear to everybody, including me, that our relationship was constant. You understand? So the fact, say you do that now and seem like you step out. We both know that you really didn't technically, but it seemed like you step out. I believe that something should be said. I believe so.
No, I'm cool. I don't need to know. If it's while we were broken up and we agreed that we were broken up, I don't need to know.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna end up our studio and the next man.
So automatically you know say you do something wrong because you got too close to home. You get what I say? So that's why
Jamaica,
we have to have a
everywhere is
conversation.
too close to. So hold on there.
Brother.
Brother Jamaica, little bit in that.
Yeah, man, but believe me, a whole heap of things are happening in a little Jamaica, yeah.
No, I'm sure of it.
And they don't know. I mean, just do it in a way where I'm not have to see the person, I'm not have to interact with the person. Hopefully he's not a friend of mine. I would have hoped not. That's why I said the questions would have be, why you tell me this? Because as somebody who I know, you see you do something wrong. You get what I said, there must be a follow-up reason why you tell me this. Because honestly, I know my business. Where you do when you're together.
All right, hold on then. So when I talk about this thing, and what me one more point out is that there's no one size fits all when it comes to these things, right? Every relationship different. I mean, talk specifically about what happened on the Saturday night and whether you choose to tell your partner when they get back together, say Sunday, that this thing happened on Saturday night. Because depending on the type of person you're with, you can't tell them.
Yeah, clear.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
clear.
You have to tread that water based upon
more do what God do and put the shoe on the other foot. So you would have volunteered the information and tell your person.
Again, I'm going to answer that question there with what I just said. It depends on the person.
Okay,
that is just it. Yeah.
So hold on. Is it which one of them is insensitive, or is it insensitive at all, or not? To do it, one, or to do it and talk, two, or to do it and not talk. Like, where is the where
Yo, God, I can hit you with the same.
Excuse me. Where is the what does one really believe is owed after a relationship? What levels
of transparency?
Yeah. Or consideration. What levels of consideration do you believe is owed to your ex at that point? And is there a time frame for this level of consideration? That these are the questions. Like, is there any at all? Or when it's done, it's just done? Because we're not talking about marriage here, where you have to go through separation before divorce and them things. We're not talking about that. We're talking about relationship, and sometimes it might not even be like a living together situation kind of relationship, but just a mutual understanding that the two are under there. How it moves beyond that.
Again, I'm not going to go one size fits all for this, but you see, every relationship unique. The two people them are two individual, and now two individuals have come together to make this one unit. So coming from that perspective, strictly from that perspective, then you may have the type of relationship where you listen, but you do not judge. You understand?
We listen, we don't
do not judge, right? So you might have that kind of relationship where you can say, boy, all right, we can be totally transparent, and you can explain why the thought process behind going down a particular path, in this particular instance, Saturday night, like what led you to do it? What were you considering when you decided to do it? Because when we say what led you to do it, it sounds like it's totally beyond your control. You were cattle-gated into landing somebody in bed, or you whatever.
Yeah, wherever, man just said cattle-gated.
Yeah.
I forgot to put that one up on the screen.
You said
it. Right? I did. Yeah, no, but for real, because things happen, something happened, had an agreement, or a decision was made, or a statement was made that this thing had done. And then you had to think yourself through, I'm going to lay down with somebody else tomorrow.
Sometimes you don't think.
No. So even if I that then, but again, it depends, because if you have the type of relationship where you can be open and honest and transparent, and then make decisions based on what you can agree to, then And Craig said something earlier about if my paraphrase now, basically, if the job was being done right in the first place, then the fact that there's a suspension of employment, right, for you to quickly get a part-time job the very next day raises a whole heap of questions.
And sometimes you just don't want to feel it. So sometimes you go for something that you don't even care how it feels. You probably not even feel it anyways. It's just a distraction.
So hold on. In some group insurance plans, right? you have a so the insurance provider understands that they are providing this service for a group of many employees. However, there is a key man clause, right? If the person that is in the role is the key man, when that person leaves the role, it is not an easily fillable post. You know, that position, you know, it needs some kind of no. I would have loved hear this thing from the perspective of shoes. Because it's one thing when you have your car and you park in a garage, but when you have the owner of the garage though, how you decide that was
I think perspective of our shoes is crazy work. But I really want to hear the feedback of our viewers in the comment section. Specifically, if there are many shoes out there, I would like to express their views.
All right, so here what now? We're which part we're about 35 minutes into the show, right? So
we're touching to the next thing.
It's a good point at which to ask that question in terms of feedback, right?
Yeah.
Like, is it bun? If it is not bun, how would you define it or describe it? Right? And why? Just tell us why. Is it because I only foot the part of conversation here?
Exactly. I would like to hear the feedback of all parties. So the feet and the shoes can tell us what they think about what we're saying.
I mean, and that's interesting
and
thing
then
about
put the shoes on the other foot and tell me what you think again.
Because that's the interesting thing about unscripted, you know, right? A barefoot, the show in terms of the panel of presenters. You understand?
Q squash song.
Right?
No,
Foot.
on the move.
Anyway, no, but I think it would be good to hear, as I said, Koffy, a balanced type of response. Because as a panel of gentlemen, right, in this instance, 3 gentlemen who are married, right, then there is going to be a certain element of bias in our pronouncements. But and I mean,
I still think we managed to give us a diverse view just the same, because I think we all had different perspectives and opinions on the same.
No, we had different perspectives. We had different perspectives, but it's all over on one side. Like,
it's from the perspective of
food. You understand me? So there is the bias. There really is the bias. But all right, boy. Anyhow,
I think I wanted to play that video because that brings me to the other thing that Craig introduced in the group.
Yeah. Let me bring this in. Viewers, watch this next video. Listen carefully to the responses. Listening very carefully to the person who posted the video. He comes in at the end with a hot take.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
Yes, immediately, right now.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
Yes.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yes. Of course. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
110%.
I am gay.
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
So yes.
Yes, I love women. Are they selling tickets?
I hate men.
Would you live on a planet with all men?
Hell no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Definitely wouldn't. No. Fuck no, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hell fucking no.
I mean, it'd be cool.
Gay!
Well, maybe 1 hour and I'd regret my decision. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it.
This is how you can tell women hate men. We don't never treat y'all like this. This is how you can tell women hate men. Y'all try to use that reverse psychology to make us think that we hate y'all. No, we don't. We actually love y'all. Y'all hate us.
I agree with him.
I agree that. Okay, cool. Koffy.
No move. Foot.
So,
It's interesting. It's interesting. I can't believe.
do you agree with him?
Absolutely. He ignorant.
You think
They
women hate
express
men?
it. Didn't
All right.
they express it?
So, hold on.
Wait,
So
One of them specifically said out from her mouth, "Oh yeah, I hate men."
right, hold on. Now,
chat, but
right. So I
They don't
disagree.
understand.
I disagree with him.
yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
let
what?
me
From what
change my
perspective?
answer a little bit. I don't think women hate men, but I don't think they know that.
Well, from that perspective, because that's where
Yeah.
I was going when I said them don't understand. Because
Yeah.
I have questions about this planet and what it would look like. But I want God to tell us why I'm disagreeing.
Oh God, it's obvious why I disagree. It's a very one. The sample is extremely small. Two, the sample is extremely niche, right? If you look, I don't want to play back the video, right? But just carefully note who those women are, right? Age-wise, and where those women are. Them out on the road, a party, and like it's not a balanced sample of women. It's not old women, young women, middle-aged women. It's not women in a professional space. It's not women playing sports. It's too niche. It's way too niche.
However,
no, there's no however for me. And I can't hold on. Also, those are American women. You understand me? In urban spaces. Versus, for example, women who live in Asia, Africa, wherever, across different continents.
So I think we should do something like that. That exact question and do it here. I think we should do a vox pop and make that a point of duty to get that done. Because I can tell you that while watching that video, I thought of at least 5 women that I know would say the same thing.
Okay.
And they don't fall in that niche.
And could you also think of 5 women who would disagree?
Yes, I can think of a few women. Yeah,
I can think.
And let me say this to you,
bro.
because the premise. No, but you're being unfair because the premise that I was speaking based on was you said watch the video, and then based on the video. So based on the video, my interpretation is that women hate men. No, if I'm going to go by generalities, I can't speak in generalities because, of course, I can think of quite a few women who would say no way, and these are the women who understand that without men, them life would be miserable. Them would have to get up, go plant food. Them would have to go build them own house. Them would have to do so many things to themselves, and they don't want to do it. They appreciate men for the things that we can do. And don't get me wrong, I understand that we are more than what we do. But I can just simply, on the most simple of levels, I can show you how these women appreciate men and understand what men do for them on the most basic of levels.
Look here, bro. Like for me, Zine, the guy who clearly posted the video, he's the one that appeared at the end of the video.
Mm-hmm.
As far as me concerned, him just look for a reason for say woman hate man. There's a particular type of psychological bias. I can't remember the name of the bias, but basically what it is that you seek opinions or information or research that already confirms. I think it's named confirmation bias, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but don't quote me. But for me, him just look for a reason for just validate, say, oh, him think woman hate man. You understand me?
But them give it though.
Those women, 8 women.
Yeah. I'm sure
very specific niche video.
No, but what I even though it is just an assumption, I do believe that the number of women that say they would live on a planet with all women would greatly outnumber the amount of men that would live on a planet with all men. That would say they would live on a planet with all men.
Oh, obviously. Hold on.
I believe so. Maybe double, maybe triple. Right. So basically, no. and that's why the video.
But that doesn't.
That's why the video reached so far.
No, but that doesn't prove hate, bro. And I hate.
No, man. Him frass. But what? Let me tell you what I see. Go on.
All right. So let me tell you, Zane.
Hate is continue. No, you go.
All right. So, I say, right? A lot of those responses, right, come from either a lived experience or learning from the lived experiences of others. That are one thing to consider. And two, I'm not talking about the ladies responding in the video now. And two, the responses they gave were pretty much kind of off the cuff and not, I think, properly thought out. Well, certainly not how the video is presented. The video is presented in a very quick way. Would you live on a planet without women? Yes. You understand what I say? And so I don't know if they had an opportunity to kind of think it through properly, then say yes. It just kind of seemed like a little, off the cuff, right? So for me, if more women had an opportunity to think about living on a planet with the same sex, they would kind of start processing, okay, what are the benefits of doing that? And what are the disadvantages that would
No,
present?
you're nice, man.
Zin?
You're too nice, man.
But
Your focus group is very different from the entirety of the world, Your focus group is some level-headed, well thought out, the different kind of.
No.
I believe that women would get to the same conclusion that you are talking about, but I believe it would take them a few weeks to get there. You can't ask a woman that even if you ask her that on a panel where she have 5 minutes to think about it or 10 minutes to think about it, she still gonna say it. She would. Because in in my limited experience, woman really think about them things until it lick them with eyes like blouse and skirt, say, I could have really do well with XYZ right now. Before that, you can't. Me know woman or me talk to. What's that? I don't need a man. What there with a man? So why are you there with him?
Yeah. I mean, all right.
Where are you doing?
Koffy, you might mute.
What I'm there for? And when him gone, it's like,
Maybe
I can't believe I don't
hate
get a
is-
message from this person. I can't believe I don't talk to this person. I can't believe I don't that. But then you say you never did meet. I don't understand.
You know what? Maybe hate is the wrong term, guys.
Yeah, man, that boy, him skewed, clearly.
But for us to extract hate is one thing. But the truth is, and maybe the way the question is asked and the format that the interviews are done kind of alludes to one thing. So if you don't get an opportunity to think about it and think about what you're missing if you don't have men on a planet, what is your sentiment? How do you feel about men? And from that, I'm not sure if hate is the only thing we can get. We probably could get fear. You know what I mean? We probably could get disrespect or a lot of other negative sentiments tied to men that these women would have probably are recounting based on lived experiences. So, one, as men, as a man, I want us to look into that and say, all right, you know what? I mean, here, the trio here, I'm comfortable. I can't say, yo, only not do them thing. But I'm sure we probably have a one bridging who, every time we female friends, they're around him, them feel uncomfortable or them feel unsafe. This is the point where we can point out certain things to some of them and them to say, dog, some of the things them way they kind of creepy, Sometimes the way you look or the way you act, the way you talk, the way you move, sometimes kind of creepy, And those are the things that probably trigger some of these women because of, bro, there are a lot of men that look at women as prey.
More ask you some quick fire questions. Both of them. Koffy, would you live on a planet with all men?
No way.
Why?
Because I love women.
Why?
Because them bring joy to my life. I don't really like their own meals,
All right, stop. Garth, would you?
No.
Damn, cut out. What a time. Oh, yeah, you come back.
Him say no.
No.
All right, why?
I love balance.
I love all that so, but I understand what you mean.
Burn off that.
No, because I don't know if my mind just kind of warped, but because my answer is the same, But the first thing I thought about was sex, like I'm not going to live without that. That's the first thing I think. That's the first thing I think about.
Me too, but I mean, but I just think about.
No, so that's why I ask you. That's why I ask you quick because that's what I'm trying to get to. I think the first place a man mind go to. In a scenario like that, or when a question like that is posed to him, is sexual. I don't know if
hold on.
maybe God never.
So you say what?
like meals.
No, hold on. No. So the first place a man mind go to, you think, or your mind, or yours and Koffy mind go to a sex. See?
That's where my
But guess what happened? Both of you are straight.
I think if a gay man would have said yeah, they want a woman because who them gonna
No. Hold on.
We don't know.
No, we don't know. But
Them not
hold
gonna part
on.
with me.
No, but bro, just hear
Them
me
not
out.
gonna love me at all.
Just hear what I'm saying. If you say the first place the man mind go a sex, which is why you said no, you wouldn't live on our planet with Uncle Man. What if the question was posed to a man who is not straight?
Well, we can't tell you that.
No, which is the point I'm trying to make.
So that's why we need for the Vox Pop.
So no, sure, we can now. It's the Vox Pop.
Me not gonna ask that question to that.
No, man, we can't. No, man, Vox Pop, brother. 2025, we in the Vox Pop. We can just no say like a shoot a thing on the on the status on the socials, man, and get some feedback. We can use technology to advance.
Well,
Drop something in the comments.
For me, though, for me, why I immediately said no. Literally, for me, I just balance. Yeah, sex down the line, but I just balance, bro. Let me tell you what. I enjoy my brethren them company. You understand me? We play domino, we play Lodi, we par, we drink liquor, we watch football, we argue about all sorts of things.
I get it.
You understand me? The camaraderie and the levels with which we actually can make friends as man different than how woman make friend. You understand what I say?
Fair.
So, like them kind of thing there. But for me, I just the balance, bro. The balance important. You understand? All right. I don't know about Uno, Zane, but before being married, I live for my own for a long rotted time. Zane? And I have my little systems and how I do my thing, and you understand? And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I saw me operate. You understand me? But I never realized how much my life level up when, well, my now wife move in with me. You understand me? I mean, I talk about just have a girlfriend where I come in. I mean, all right. We see the difference when I have my woman and she would have spent excess amount of time on my yard. You understand me? So she have her yard, me have my yard, but more time she will forward for a 1 day, a 1 night, a 2. You understand me? A 2 day, a 3 day, whatever.
I get you.
Yeah, I see them kind of something there. When we think about the amount of care where a woman bring towards a man, I'm not even talking about.
Oh God, man.
I'm not even talking about like because them there with you. Just generally, if you're a woman, a friend, and them care for you, them say to you, say, yo, when last you go doctor? When you know certain things as a man, you just not go normally inclined.
I agree 100%.
Valid added, bro.
But what's the difference now? And even though I can say, just as you had mentioned, that I can think of 5 women that would say they would not want to be on a planet with women alone. I don't know that I can find 5 women that would be on a platform like this, on a podcast like this, and openly express the kind of appreciation that you are expressing and that we are sharing. I don't know. I know I can think of 2, but I don't know if I could find 5 that would do that.
I have a question.
That is the distinct difference that I see like nowadays. Like it is no matter how much you see men fight for their right to behave masculine without being labeled as toxic, or no matter how much you see men fight and be willing to be labeled misogynistic or what have you, whatever the label is, they will still sit. Those same men will still sit and openly express deep appreciation for the feminine sex. But I don't see that reciprocated in the extreme of the other role. I don't see it.
So
my experience is different. One Koffy.
I have a question for Craig. So the ones, can you think of women who would express disdain for men and would want to live on that planet with only women? All right.
Easily.
Can you think of what kind of experience or what kind of trauma? Because we're all shaped by our trauma, no? So can you think of what kind of trauma or what kind of experience would have put them in that space or make them feel like, you know what, yo, we just don't want their own men in general?
No, I don't know what we not go through as man as well. So no.
One, that
You know what I mean? I mean, every man go through a certain level of deep heartbreak and deep trauma from woman.
No, man, more
I
than
don't
that,
know
man.
if you're talking like violence. I don't know if you're talking
Yeah, it
domestic
could be.
violence. And
It could be
it could
abuse. It could be
no, but you have man who go through that was still don't express that
stalking.
kind
Bro,
of.
I'm not going in. Nobody never show up on my yard and try to peep through my grill and do them thing there on my yard. You know, like,
Oh, well, I've had
nobody
all
not
of that.
follow me. Nobody not
Yo.
follow me and try to
Yo.
tear off my clothes. And you know what I say?
I've had
Like, that
all
would
of
have make
those
me
things.
uncomfortable. And then for have it happen, we would not just with one man, but several men doing the same thing. I think there is.
Let me tell you something. Hold on.
I've had all of those things, knife and attacks, and I've had all of those things.
We need a
All
whole
of
episode.
them.
We need a whole episode for
All
Craig
of the above.
Right. No,
All
and,
of
and
the
no,
above.
and Craig might very well be an outlier, as may I, because fortunately for me, in terms of women, yeah, bro, that I last drop.
Yep.
The only other drop I have to drop, the glass drop. But no, but fortunately for me, right? Fortunately for me, I've met and I know personally a lot of very healthy women. Women who, yes, they've gone through trauma, but they've also learned to heal. A lot of women who they've been more or less insulated from a lot of the worst types of issues that most women face. I don't know if we're raising our bubble. I really don't think so, Zane. But I know a whole heap of them kind of women. But equally, I know, well, not so much equally, but I also know women who, yes, them definitely would have just do this whole planet thing and them to the Pandaman thing. And one of the things that we take for granted, especially as Jamaican men who were born and raised in Jamaica, right? We don't end up walking on a random high traffic street, whole heap of people. See? Yo, tall man, yo, Mohawk, come here now. Yo, it's all the gray beard, but I just want to sit down on it. Like, no. Like, we don't. You understand me? We're not go through that. We don't go through that. No, let me tell you.
Before you say anything further, I would like to express to everybody that I do not wish to go through that either.
No,
so don't start. No, because you have some woman out there will start because them say, oh gosh, you never experienced that yet, then we do it. I am not interested in having any such calls. Yeah?
No, no, but what I'm saying is what fuels a lot of these views, as we did say earlier, is either them personal lived experience or them learn from the lived experience of others.
I get it.
And things. So, but I remember I had a conversation recently. Probably a couple of months ago, with a young lady, and like she's up on the same kind of bun man, rare kind of vibe. And I said to her, say, you know, say, I want you to think about something. Just think about the man them over time in your life. See? Mm-hmm. She came from a home where her parents were married. See? In a healthy marriage. A healthy, happy marriage. A father who take care of she and her two brother them and our mother. Zayn, our brother them grown, married, our uncle them, most of them married, Zayn, and in a good relationships. Zayn, she have a couple relationship where she end up get bun, but nobody never beat her, backs her, none of them something that emotionally or verbally abusive, none of those kinds of things. Zayn, but she still depend on this bun man thing or the patriarchy. I mean, say, I drink the Kool-Aid, because if you for really look in your own life, look at all of what you identify. Coffee screen gone wild. Okay, there it is. Yeah. If you for look in your own life, you realize the examples of good men are abundant. And most of where you are come from is just because of where you see and where you hear. And okay, I understand that there are some policies that obviously seem a little bit skewed against women, right? But that's not really the case, like in Jamaica, for example. You understand me? Not saying that it don't happen or that those policies don't exist, but really and truly, you're not coming from that place. So you still have a lot of women who shout from which is what I made the comment we make earlier. What made I say, listen, sometimes if they would actually think about the response or think about the question before responding, right? Then they would arrive at a different response than just off the cuff. Oh, yeah, right. Greg, Koffy?
No, me never.
Okay.
Possibly. I guess. I agree. A lot of times, their people's focus groups are too small. A lot of time, them use one person fat fry entire gender, entire race, entire culture, entire civilization. Many times, and many people are guilty of that. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
How about now?
It's like profiling. Yeah. Am I aware? You know. Yeah, it's like profiling and generalizing. I get that. I get that.
Absolutely, bro. 100%.
I get that.
Yeah, I think we beat this one to a pulp. We can leave the rest in the comments where we just make the viewers. I really love to hear the viewers' take on this.
Right.
Well, especially from the perspective of the shoes. It has been a fruitful discussion. God no. God no. No homo, but I miss my brother. Then we had a time today. We definitely went through the discussion. We talked about this, what constitute bun, given certain parameters, time, agreements, discussions. It was a really good conversation. That one, the more I hear the people and feedback. And then we went into this perception that women don't need men. And what could have contribute to that, what the ultimate result would be and why men don't feel the same way. I think we'll go through those pretty smoothly and in detail. So, I mean, we'll cover everything. Producer should be proud today, don't it? I think so.
Absolutely, she should be. How the people them find me again?
Well, if the people them want to find me, whoever, it depends on where you have viewers. Now, if you want to find it on YouTube, you don't know, it's unscripted PM.
Right.
If you're finding us on Instagram, that tag is up there on .scripted.pm. All of our individual handles are there. Of course, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, anywhere you find podcasts, we are there. Just subscribe so you can always get a notification when we drop a new episode, like how this one is about to forward. And every time we drop a new episode, you'll get a notification. So,
and catch us on TikTok. Don't we do that TikTok thing that I see somewhere?
Actually, I want to talk about the TikTok live, where I think hopefully one or both of you can join me on TikTok live next week. Before we drop this episode, we're gonna go on TikTok live. And we probably can discuss the same topic that of living on the planet without men. Seeing we already discussed bun for bun on TikTok live. Cathy and Sue life interesting and say, but what you gentlemen don't know is that we have some guests that join us on TikTok live sometime from the audience. People from the listeners, the viewers, they can request to join us and we will allow them to join. And we get some interesting feedback. This one lady detailed some story of how she was giving several baked goods to different individuals because she had like 4 girlfriends, 2 boyfriends, or something like so. It was a whole. So it was a nice melting pot. She come and she tell me about that thing, man.
So it was buns and bagels and breads and
biscuits
and cookies.
Yes, sir. Beer claws, all kind of things.
Correct. No Sue's pun intended.
Right? No.
Any closing words, gents, before we kick out of this place?
No, me don't really have none. I think everything was said well.
Well, the one thing I'd like to say then is just a reminder to people that in your relationships, make sure you ask 21 questions at the very least, cross all the T's, dot all the I's, dot all the lowercase J's. You understand me? Be meticulous and understand what you're in and what you want to achieve out of it, because otherwise, the gray areas will come back and haunt you, possibly.
There is one thing I would like to say. Because I've always found that people are looking for that, albeit false, security of being in a relationship. It is important that you understand that it's important that you understand that it's more important for you to know this person as much as you possibly can before you say or before you tether yourselves to them and say that you're in a relationship. One, and two, whether or not you're in a relationship with a person, it does not mean that they now need to conform to your impression of them or that you are in any way the owner of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very well said.
Yeah, I'll just piggyback on that because possession shouldn't be part of a relationship, one, but two, as much as you want to love somebody and give of yourself to give to this person, make sure that you are giving to yourself as well. Because the best relationship you should have is the one with yourself. Have that relationship secured and solid and firm in stone.